Okay, so MLB The Show finally dropped its AL and NLDS programs. I know some people are complaining that it seems to be too long that we're entering game 2 of the NLCS, but I think a lot of it came weirdly down to when it ended, and I don't think people give them enough credit or understanding that tends to happen. They couldn't do things. They're not going to upload stuff on the week. I mean, I know they have upload stuff on the weekend, but I know they try not to. It should have come out earlier. Probably. I think yesterday would have been a better day than the day, but hey, we're here nonetheless. And there's some really giant stuff going on here. So let's take a look at that. We'll look at everything else and also address the slightly larger stuff in the room, I suppose, coming a little bit later this week. So grab your popcorn, all that stuff. We'll get through this really nice and quickly. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Beat the YouTube algorithm, and let's get into today's content. So the main force of content for those all inclined here is going to be the new postseason stuff. Now, granted, now they all are 99 cards and all this fun stuff. So we'll start with the AL here. I've started this already. I wasn't sure what was going to be what, but we're starting here. And the first card we get is a good old Devin Williams, a free 99 Devin Williams. Screwball four-seam cutter. I don't know what happened to him. They just neutered him and said, yeah, you don't get a changeup anymore. There you go. Hit per nine's there, K per nine's there. Pitching clutches there, his breaks there. I don't necessarily know if he's going to get a lot of time because he only throws 3 pitches now. Control is alrighty, is okay. The 65 on the cutter is going to hurt, and the break, again, I'm going to be honest here, that 65 on the cutter where that cutters needs to be good, probably going to be a problem, and that he's not going to get used a lot. Next up, Troy Milton is up. He's got 5 pitches, the right-hander. 4-seam, sinker, splitter, cutter, slider. Again, per nines are pretty good. He only not earned unearned run in innings pitched. All the per nines there, I think, are pretty good, and all that stuff. Again, the controls there, break also there as well. He might be sneaking into people's bullpens, especially when bullpens don't have a lot of help. He had a nice ball as the gold pack, and then Ernie Clement's your next big guy. Max contact, 73 power against right, 98 power against left for the third baseman for the Blue Jays. Good reaction, decent speed, not a lot of stealing, but hey, nevertheless, I don't know how good the high contact, low power is going to play. It hasn't played yet, but hey, Ernie Clement, you got a card. Look at you for your insane 643 batting average against the Yankees. They were swinging. Javi gets a card. Led Tigers to a game 4 win with a home run and 4 RBIs, 117, 104, 125, 90 versus right and left, respectively. The fielding's going to be there. Speed is okay. We'll sort of see how this plays. Javi buys cards usually pretty entertaining, to say the least. I kind of wish he had better lefty numbers, but I don't. Hey, what are we going to do? Sliding down the list here, Kerry Carpenter delivered that home run Friday night into that extra inning game. 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. 109, 120, 111, 121. Same-handedness, looks like, which makes sense. Decent in the field. He can play left field. The clutch is there as well. It'll give him a boost on both sides. Not too bad of a car for Mr. Riley Carpenter here, the right fielder. Decent enough. I think he'll play decently out there. Again, theme teams is the main thing. Trey is Savage. 4-seam, slider, splitter, and a sinker. Per nines, 116 and 125, respectively. Clutches there as well. Velocities there as well. I assume he's got no quirks. Of course he doesn't. There's the control, high speed 90, low or 99, low speed 70. There's the break, really good break on all his pitches. I don't even think a card can show how dominant this guy was, but it'll be pretty good. And last but not least is George Kirby. Recorded 14 strikeouts across 2 innings in the series. Sinker, slider, 4-seam, knuckle curve, and a circle change. Per nines are 100 and 110. Hit per nine as well. Velocity is 99. Really good control on all these pitches. Really good break on all these pitches. Does he have outlier or anything? He has outlier 1, so the sinker will be a little bit harder. Now, I do want to point out that the obvious miss here does seem to be Scooble. However, he might be collection reward later on. I really don't know. Or he's getting a fine if they don't want to touch it. However, something that I'm going to show at the end of this, but you probably already know, sort of alleviates the whole, well, maybe not. Just saying. Let's jump over to the NL now. And by the way, before we jump into it, I want to make the note that you can get all these cards simply by doing these moments. That's my plan. Just knock out the moments. You can get some through missions here, but it's the same 5, and I just knock out the moons. It seems the path of least resistance where I can just mentally shut off for a little bit. Let's talk about the NO. We get Roque Sasaki. Sound good. Let's start off with the Alex Bohm of it all. Alex Bohm here, 120, 190, 117, 92. Decent fielding, clutches 120, so it'll say the same or gives you a little bit of a boost for the Phillies third baseman. Led the Phillies with a 556 on base percentage. How about that? Theme team. Nico Horner, high contact, low power, max contact, both sides, 120, 80, 197 versus right and left. His vision is 125 alongside the clutch. Good speed, good fielding. He can sneak in there second base. Again, I don't know how the high contact's going to be, or high contact, somewhat middling power will be. We'll kind of see, I guess. I mean, I think he'll have enough for some doubles, but we'll kind of see. Ball in the habit. Christopher Sanchez gets a card well deserved here for striking out 13 bad in 12 innings in the 2 starts. Sinker, circle change, slider, and a cutter. Good stamina, good hit per 9, good walk per 9. Pitching clutches there, velocities there. Really great control. Good break. He might be used a little bit. He has outlier 1 on the sinker as well, so get some C there. Some stuff there. Also here as well, Seiya Suzuki, he gets for his home run. I'm kind of surprised he didn't get one earlier, but he gets one here. 108, 110, 125, 120 versus right and left. Good fielding. He can sneak out there. A lot of people like his swing to be out there in the outfield playing right field. He's got decent enough reaction where I think he'll play fine. He should be well enough, and he's got a good swing and a good card for Seiya Suzuki. Next up, Jacob Mizorowski. 4-seam slider, curveball, and circle change. He'll be kind of the pen throwing gas. Hit per 9, max at 125, 106 K per 9. Pitching clutch also 125 as well. Velocity and break also there as well. There's his controls, 95 on the fastball, and the highest being the lowest being a circle change at 85. And of course the movement pretty standard and discussing as you go along there. So not too bad for this guy as well. Who price he has the bullpen a good amount. Michael Busch, I like his swing, so he's got the max power and 105 contact to go with it against right. Lefty's about even at 113 or 111 and 113. Good enough clutch. Fielding and all that stuff is kind of meh. But he'll be playing first base, so should be fine. Hell, you can even DH him if you really need to, but he's going to hit righties really well. And the main card you're going to get here is Roque Sasaki, the closer, 4-seam splitter, slider, and sinker, 99 out of the bullpen. 50 stamina, so he can go a little bit longer. K hit per 9 right there is a maximum. His walk per 9 there as well. His pitching clutch is there as well. Velocity and all that stuff there as well. He has primary outlier 1, so the fastball will be even faster. There's his control, 98 on the fastball. His highest sinker is as low as 88. There's the break. The only problem is I would say everything's kind of fast, so you're going to have to play the slider like a sinker. If you watch my live video, I use Cam Schiller. I don't, I did use his curveball a lot like a changeup, so it's thrown a lot. You might do something similar with this slider and kind of hide it with the sinker because it is the slowest pitch, but everything else is going to be hard. But hey, late in the game, it might work. And again, all the moments, I say it's just the best way to do it. Make your life easy. Just knock it out in a little bit. Not too terribly difficult on that front. But hey, you might want to do the missions. If you can, totally fine with that. Also, I want to talk about this. I mentioned that there might be some collection cards, and there is one. And it's this little son of a gun. Aaron Judge. And by golly, I don't know if he's going to get a finest card now because of this. Because this sure as shit looks like one max hitting. Everything that matters. Vision is a 90. Screw it. Make that 125. His vision is 90 with 125 discipline and 125 clutch. And max hitting. They gave him out for free. All you have to do is do those sets of moments, and you get endgame Aaron Judge. I'm not kidding when I say this card. He might be the best version I've seen of him with the vision alone. Like I said, this probably means he won't be getting a finest, but golly, guys. They gave him the card. Now, the only thing that I'm wondering here is, this is where, like, Schoolball obviously needs a card, but it looks like they pass on him maybe for finest, or they'll give him one later because he did strike out the most in an elimination game at 13. So, we'll see. But my God, he's going to be probably playing right. We'll kind of see how this plays because this is rather interesting because he is disgusting. He is gross. He is a filthy, filthy, filthy boy. And again, he's free. It'll probably take you an hour, hour and a half. Put on a podcast, whatever you need to do. Make sure you get this card because he is going to be in everyone's lineup going forward and all that fun stuff. Now, again, we have 11 cards here. You need, I think there's like I said, I want to say there was 11, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, wait, what? 24, 25. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I think there's enough. I would assume it's enough. I probably am miscounting, but do it all of it. And there's an Aaron Judge. He's totally free. I say what you will about it. I think that card alone makes it worth whatever hassle this is going to be. Well, there's that. There is the main content for this Tuesday. The next big thing is going to be Extreme over on Friday, which we got one hint that they'll be at to score 9 runs in 1 inning. So sounds fun and toxic to begin with. They also did put the ALD, the NL and ALCSs on there tentatively, so we'll probably see that late next week. If I had to guess, I don't really know how long these series are going to go. I assume they're not going to be sweeps. I always say 5 games, so whatever that is. Assume a couple days after that. Hopefully it's not as clogged as it was this time around. We'll see. Generally, for the most part, we're better. They've done better about it. But I think, too, it's just going to depend on when these series end. If they end on weekends or right on the weekend, it's probably not going to happen until that Tuesday. I wish it were Monday. But I also want to point out that Monday was Indigenous People Day, Columbus Day, however, whatever wording you want to use for it. So companies do observe it and did give their employees the Monday off. I don't know if that was SDS, what they did, but I do want to throw that out there that if you are sort of like, it's 2-3 games in, it might have been a longer weekend for them because of that. Just throwing that out there just in case, but it does. When things don't feel like they're on time or in that realm, it does kind of ruin it. But just want to throw that there. But there is some bigger stuff coming over the time and on Friday, which is the next big thing. The player drop 2 missions, the spooky content, and the extreme stuff. So all that being said, have yourself a good one. Enjoy the postseason content. There'll be more. And I'll see you guys back here probably Thursday or Friday, depending if I want to speculate on who's going to get what card on Friday. So that being said, my name is Spec, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.